Welcome back, YouTube, to some more Outer Worlds. I am the endless gameverse gamer. That don't sound right. That don't sound right at all. I'm gonna figure the name out. Like, that's the name of the channel, but I gotta figure out my role in this part, in this, in this thing, in this universe. I don't only am I the universal king. I think that's what I want to call the gameversal king. That's what I want to call myself, gameverse king. But anyway, I'm off topic I ain't off topic. I ain't even started yet. Anyway, forget it. I'm rambling. I can't. Yeah. In this next video, it's a continuation of my last Outer World video. After I take the ship. We had to go and talk to the other dude and to get a not a registration, but something for the ship so you can fly. And I'm guessing you can go to different planets. I think you can if I paid. Like I said, I didn't pay attention too much to the. I didn't do my research like I used to on this game. I just wanted to play it. I knew it was gonna be good, so I just wanted to play it. So yeah, we're gonna want to do that, and that is what in this video. And I'm trying to keep the videos around 15-20 minutes, but like I said, I don't know how long I'm gonna do videos on the game. It won't be like a normal walkthrough because it's so much stuff to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment, share. Let's go. Now what am I supposed to do? Follow the green dots. Let me out.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
This ain't my ship. I don't know whose ship it is. Attack. Do you?
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Oh, do your thing. So dumbass. See, good to be whatever the hell I picked before. See, I just lied to them so quickly and got away with it. She ain't know it. I'm gonna tell her I know Michael Joe when I get back. Think she'll let me. Never mind. Oh wait, I didn't know you had back, huh? I didn't know you had back, huh? Why can't I shoot? Oh, I ain't even have weak points. Oh, shut up. Stop. Oh, I like that little. Nope, stop running. Stop. I need to. Look here. You making me look bad. Is that your leg? Damn. I'm sorry. Look, when I shot, I ain't know how powerful the gun was that it could blow a motherfucking leg off. What about it? You ain't got nothing. What y'all doing, the resident people? When y'all get shot, y'all get blown up into pieces. I think I like it. Look at your leg. It's all over the place. Except for him. You really thought his head would have been blown up, but okay. So I guess we're going up the hill? Maybe? Nope, not going up the hill. I don't know where I'm going. I probably need to put up the speed. I'm trying to run like the Flash. Do I need to put up my gun? Nope. I ain't putting up my gun until everybody put their gun down.
Don't go ambling out in those hills.
Space.
That's marauder territory, friend. You talk too pretty for a
I'm just
marauder.
passing by. How do you
Most of
know
them
I'm not
just
a marauder?
grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here.
What?
You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of
alright.
Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Let you know something. Don't you ever tell a man that he talk pretty. That's a quick trip to get your butt whipped.
Pleased to make your
I
acquaintanceship.
never got your name.
I'd shake your hand,
I'm
but I've been
CJ.
hauling corpses. You don't want none of that
C-Dub.
on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in
Who I
humor,
talked to about
that's
a power
for sure.
regulator?
If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. I'm a farmer.
Got a knack for being
But
discreet-like?
that too, I
There's
do
money
the
to be
hell I
made,
want.
long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our
You
families
rent
become
a
mite
grave site.
delinquent
They
in
gonna
paying their
wake you up
dues,
and
you see.
dig you up and toss you. This is a lot of talking. You want me to collect what owed to you? I can do that. You're making people.
Company policy.
Yeah, you mean.
If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge. Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill.
Why you can't do it
Bodies
yourself?
won't bury themselves, you know?
I guess.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days.
Phyllis, I got an
His
auntie named
domicile is near
Phyllis.
the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing
I
pad.
hadn't seen her in a minute. I actually don't remember. I didn't see my family members.
Yeah?
in so long. Was it something I wanted? You told me to be bad shape if
You could
you
look
keep
at it
you
that way, I
employed.
suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
That's a play, guy? I still don't know the full. I'm stop talking to him, man, because I'm gonna be sitting here talking to him for days. That's why I'm not gonna do a full walkthrough on the game, because there's so much you could do. But I know that the board supposed to be like, I guess, the main type villain of this game. But what is this? What I gotta do? Find a power regulator. You learn that a man named okay, and it's already. So we're gonna go and find this dude, and then I'm gonna end the video because it's running almost to like an hour and something. Yeah, we don't want to go that long. Oh, to just transition to edge water. A little bustling saloon of a town. Hey, but hey, well, as long as I put my gun up, you don't shoot. Now it does kind of have like a BioShock type feel to it. Why I keep pulling out my gun? And can I use the terminal? Why did I do that? Exit out, stupid. We'll take them pills though. Take it. Like I said, I never played the Fallout games, but I did play BioShock. Played all the BioShocks.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
For real? You don't even know who I am. You must be town boss around here. Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can manage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess.
They got some nice looking model
of company
cars.
property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Looking for a defibrillator.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Cause I don't work here. I ain't from here.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through. I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are welcome in our little outpost. Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer.
I need a power regulator.
Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Oh, you do? Well, let a player know.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out.
Huh?
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Ain't that what like botanical? Ain't that like with plants and stuff? You don't wanna do that.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
You can't make them people go home if you want to. If you want me to solve it, that's a problem change.
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
None of which telling me it's my problem. Damn, I seen Edgewater. I don't blame no word for walking out. Oh my man, I'm so cruel. None of them a problem.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine.
Go.
I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
So you saying she old back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining.
Yeah, well, she won't come back.
We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
Oh,
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented.
Why is she acting like a slave?
May prove useful to you.
I don't like that.
Great. I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
No, her face look a little weird. Pain. CMP, pain basic. You get pain, their crafts that join you in your adventure, help in various ways, pain, provide combat support, and... Well, alright, that people. I don't know what the hell that shit is on the left there, but I will figure it out, and I will let y'all know in the next video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, share. If I come back with this, it'll be all over the place. I don't plan on doing a full walkthrough for this. There's some other games I'll do that for, but not this one. I put my foot down on this one. I can't just stick to the story. You gotta understand, I like to go around and search shit, and it takes up hours inside the walls of doing. It is robot. What if I shoot you? I'm just saying. I ain't gonna shoot you though.